Here we are again, episode 6. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to This Can Make Us Famous podcast. With me today in the studio is Mr. Andrae Johnson, right here. Andre is a good friend of mine, and we're going to dive right in, and he's going to tell us all about himself. Hope you're ready. Oh, man. So, Andrae Johnson, welcome to the show. We've been planning this for a while.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's nice to be here.
Yeah, it's very nice to be here. If you weren't here, you would be somewhere else.
That's a crazy thought. That's a crazy thought.
Mind blown.
The multiverse.
The multiverse.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. So tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, I've known you. You were my neighbor. We live in Kansas City, Missouri, obviously, and he was my neighbor. Me and my wife were staying at my in-laws' house, and he lived across the street, and I think that's technically how we met. So
I think so. No, we met. Remember the first time I met you. Actually, remember you had a fidget spinner, and we were at a group. Remember that? And I saw
wow.
you, and I was thinking in my head, it's like, what are you doing with the fidget spinner, man?
Hey, it was trending at the time.
True. I remember that. Actually. Yeah, that was in Grandview, close to Kansas City. So yeah. By myself, I'm born and raised in Seattle, Washington. I love that place. Went from Seattle, Washington, and then throughout high school, I bounced back and forth from a place called the Quad Cities in Illinois.
Cities.
It was Illinois and on the border of Iowa, so I actually go to church in Iowa and live in Illinois. But then I went back to graduate high school in Seattle. What was actually a city called White Center, which is close to Seattle, about 15 minutes away, something like that. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You might put your microphone a little closer. It's cutting out a little bit.
How about this? Is that good?
Yeah, it's much better.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, so you lived in Illinois and you went to church in Iowa.
Yeah.
Okay, so wow. I've been to Iowa before, and I was surprised. I went to West Des Moines, Iowa, and it was not as bad as I thought it'd be. It was pretty nice, actually. But I mean, most parts of Iowa, those kind of boring, in my opinion. But
oh yeah, it's there's not a lot there.
Yeah,
cornfields, cows, that type of thing.
Yeah, lots of cornfields in the Midwest. So you were born in Seattle. And how many years did you spend there?
I'd say in total about 16 years, about 15 to 16 years. 'Cause I moved to Illinois before my freshman year in high school. I went to Moline High School in a place called the Quad Cities. And then I was at that school for a couple years, and I went back to Seattle, a little school called Evergreen in White Center.
Okay.
And then I graduated from there. And then after I graduated, I went back to Illinois. And then a few years later, I've been in Kansas City for about 8 years now.
Really?
Yeah, I've been here about 8 years. So,
yeah. Good old Kansas City. You gotta love it, man. I've been in Kansas City off and on for a while. You could bring yours closer because your voice cuts in and out pretty good.
Okay, how about
go.
how about this?
That's beautiful.
Okay, perfect.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
So, I've been in Kansas City. I mean, I came here to go to the International House of Prayer, to their music academy, which ultimately led to me meeting my wife. She's from Michigan, so she went to school here, and that's how I met her. But yeah, man, I really like Kansas City. I'm originally from St. Louis, that area, and but yeah, Kansas City is just, I don't know, it's a happening place. There's a lot to do. The culture's awesome. The people are great. The community's great. So it's just, and throughout the years, it's been booming like crazy, man. I'm sure you've noticed that. Like all the businesses coming in and
yeah, especially over there in Grandview and that little Truman Corners area.
Oh yeah,
I remember.
I kind of saw that coming though.
Oh yeah,
but I saw that coming. I actually told my wife, "You just wait. This is going to be booming." And we moved to Texas for a year and a half, maybe a little longer, and we ended up moving back. And when we came back, all this stuff was developed, and it was just like, wow, dude.
It was a nice change. There's a lot of desolate areas kind
Yeah.
of around outer Kansas City. So
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
getting it filled up with businesses, getting it filled up, man. That's definitely good to see that. So
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I don't know what the like how long I'm gonna end up being here, but like if we'll spend the rest of our lives in Kansas
I'm
City.
thinking the same thing.
But for right now, this is where we're at, and so we're just kind of taking it all in, and our son is, you know, he's 4 and he's in preschool right now, so I'm just trying to, you know, kind of plant. I need to plant roots soon because, you know, once he gets really established in school, I don't want to just, you know, pull him out and put him somewhere else. But we'll see. I mean, we're taking it a day at a time, and but yeah. So we got notes today, guys. We actually have everything planned out. Can you believe that? Me and Andre sat here and worked through things, and I changed the studio around. If you haven't noticed, I used to have that up there, and now it's on the ground, which is, I think it looks better. So yeah, we're doing a lot of adjusting here in the studio, and just making big changes. Hopefully you guys were able to check out the last podcast we did. It was pretty awesome. Me and my stepfather, we did the hot pepper, or not the hot pepper, but the hot olive challenge. That was crazy. So it was burning my mouth. It was quite hilarious too. Did you get a chance to see it? Not yet.
No, I don't think I watched the end of it. That was the one with you and your stepfather?
Yeah.
Okay, towards the end, you guys eat some hot peppers?
Well, we ate the hot olives. So
Oh, okay.
it was like, it's painful. I mean, it's not the hottest thing I've ever had, but it was, you know, hot habanero and olive mixed together. Just olives are not. I mean, I like
okay.
normal olives.
Habanero
But
sauce
no, just the pepper in there.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah,
That sounds
so-
actually kind of fun.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I was gonna ask you. So your family, you said you lived in Seattle, and your family now. Doesn't your mom live out here?
Yeah. My mom and my brother, they moved out here before me. So my brother's been here for about 10 years, and then my mom moved here about a year or two after my brother did from Illinois. And then a few years later, I eventually moved here. So I was the last one to kind of tag along with the rest of my family, who also came, for IHOP mostly.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah. That's probably why most people are here in this area is because of IHOP.
Yeah.
So, did you ever get annoyed when people were like, IHOP? You go to IHOP, like the pancake place?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny.
I mean, it was funny at first, and then after like 1,000 people say that to you, you're like, you're definitely fake laughing. Like, it's not funny, but
yeah, I've
like-
definitely heard that quite a bit.
so like, dude, you go to school at IHOP, like the pancake place? Like,
Pancake
it's
college.
so
Yes.
funny, man. It's hilarious. But what were they thinking though? Like, I guarantee you, International House of Prayer did not come before International House of Pancakes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
yeah.
think so.
Oh, no. Yeah, I agree. I'm
So
pretty
like
sure.
maybe Mike Bickle was just sitting down. He's like, you know what? He was at IHOP Pancakes. He's like, you know what? We're gonna call it International House of Prayer. Drop the pancakes, and we're gonna pray. But it would have been better as if they had prayer meetings with pancakes.
Nice. That sounds like a good combination.
Can you imagine that? Like you're just sitting in a prayer meeting, and then all of a sudden you just smell these Aunt Jemima like buttery smooth pancakes.
Yeah, so much for fasting then.
Yeah, they do a lot of that there. So, well, that's cool, man. I do know that, you know, when I first met you, I realized that you actually did a lot of video work. I mean, have you done that for a long time? Like, because you'd shot like little cool videos of yourself skateboarding and you mixed it, like edited it, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I just I started off using iMovie and it was like only $5 to buy the full version. So yeah, about 5-6 years ago, I did it and I watched some YouTube videos on how to use iMovie, learned how to use the slow motion, how to change from one frame to another, how to zoom in and zoom out, and all that stuff. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I always like video editing, man. I think it's fun, especially with iMovie, which is pretty simple to use and it's pretty close to some professional attributes to the app. I enjoy using it. So I've probably edited like 100 or so videos ever since then. So a lot of skating videos,
Yeah.
a lot of comedy videos. Yeah.
That's awesome. So, I mean, if you could, like, if everything worked out and you could, I mean, would you do that for a living where you just made videos and
Yeah.
if you could do that?
Yeah, I could do that. I think it's fun to be able to turn whatever you do into a movie, or to be able to emphasize and change the pace of things that you're doing. So if I could, yeah, I would like to do that. If I could be able to do it on whatever topic I enjoy, then it's just like it's fun
Right.
rather than having to like edit like a
Yeah.
news segment or something. Like
Sure.
I don't know how fun that would be compared to like editing things that you really
Like
enjoy.
passionate about, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, I'm sure, I don't know if you guys can see it in the shot, but he's got his crutches back there. And yeah, there's a story behind that. So what the heck happened to you, Andre? Why are you in crutches?
So about for those you don't know, most people do know. I'm a skater. I like to skateboard. I used to skate a little bit when I was younger. I think it was just like a little phase, probably like 12 or something. I was skating for just like a few months, and then I think I just stopped. I don't remember why. But just a couple years ago, I picked it back up. I was just thinking, man, like there's something missing, so I was like, I think I started watching skating videos, and I just remembered how much I loved skating, like playing Tony Hawk and watching skaters just do
Tony
the
Hawk
craziest
Pro
things.
Skater on
Yeah.
Nintendo 64,
Oh, man.
the bomb.
Yeah,
Love
that
it.
game was revolutionary.
Who was your character?
I
I always got
think-
Bob Burnquist.
I think I think I might have liked the guy Kareem Campbell, the African American gentleman.
Oh
I
yeah,
liked
he was
that guy.
good. And then Rodney Mullins, he was one of my favorites.
Yeah, Rodney Mullins.
He's really good.
Masters.
Yeah, that's a classic game, man. Super awesome. So yeah, so you were skating and
Yeah. So it was a little over 3 months ago, almost 4 months, and we usually go outside to outside parks because the weather. I usually skate when the weather's good, but a few months ago I was skating more and learning more tricks and whatnot, and we want to skate so bad, but the weather was terrible outside. So we look for indoor skate parks, and I personally didn't. I'm not really interested in indoor skate parks because I like to be outside. So me and my friend James, we decided to go to this little indoor skate park in Kansas. It's called Ride Forever. So we go to the store, and he buys. I think he bought some Vans or some shoes, like some new shoes to skate with. We get our boards. We go buy him a fresh new pair of Vans. That's what he bought, and then we head over to Ride Forever, and we got in there, and I was just like, it just seemed small, like it was just packed, and there was like a bunch of 12-year-olds and whatnot. Not saying they're not good. Many 12-year-olds are much better than me. Like age doesn't really matter for skating. Like some of those kids, like. You see those little 10-year-old kids just like flying over trash cans and stuff. It just made me feel hopeless, like when you're doing something and you see a kid do it and they're just like amazing. And
that reminds me of laser tag.
Kid, why do you have to be good?
You go to play laser tag and you got like it says you got shot and you just see the person that shot you is like 6 years old.
You're
like,
looking around and
are
you're
you
looking
kidding
down.
me?
yeah, that's how I feel often with skating, because I'm kind of still a beginner. So
right.
So yeah, we get there. And it was cool. It was small. It was packed. It was bad weather here in Kansas, in the Kansas City area. So everybody that skates are looking for the indoor skate park. So we get there and we go in. We see all the kids and then we see a cool little skate shop. And there's this one guy by a desk who you would like. I think it was like $10 for a 2-hour session, something like that. And then they have this tablet. And you go over to it and like it says pretty much sign this. So if you get injured, you won't be able to sue type of thing. So I'm not reading it. I don't think anybody reads it. Just signing it.
Sign away.
Yep. And then we pay about $10 and then we go to skate. And then when I got out there, the first thing I noticed, I've skated at many parks, is the floor was just like, it was slippery. Like you could run across it and like slide on your socks. Like it was definitely different. It's definitely awkward. So, yeah, I noticed that when I was skating there. And then a kind of get to what happened with my story and my ankle injury, which I haven't been walking for almost 4 months now. So I'm going through a rehab process. So there was this place where there was a quarter pipe, and then there was a little drop, kind of, and then these kids put this obstacle under it. It was a drop, and then there was like a set of 4 stairs, like a portable
Dang.
four stair setup. So they put it over there, and I tried to jump it. I was just working my way up. I jumped 1 stair, I jumped a 2 stair, and a few weeks before I just jumped a 3 stair, and now I got to 4 stair. So I go for it, and I try to jump it once, try to jump it twice, try to jump it a few times, and I'm starting to feel like, okay, I'm gonna be able to land it soon. So then I go for it, and I just notice it's just a very small amount of time you have to pick up speed to jump down the stairs. So I go for my final jump, and I go to jump the stairs, and then I try to get my right foot. I try to like grab the board with my right foot to grab it and slam it, but my foot kind of went to hit the side or went under the board, and
Oh,
so that kind of like, imagine here's the board and you're trying to slam it with your foot, but imagine trying to slam it and you kind of hit the side of it. So that caused my foot to, instead of landing like this, then I landed
sideways.
my foot like my heel was, or the bottom of my foot was turning that way. So it went down, and then as soon as I landed, it was, I'm usually used to like, the first thing I thought was, I'm going to be fine. Because that's what I always think. When you're a skater, you always like, doesn't matter, I'm going to be fine. But then I landed, and then I realized that my ankle was not in the right place. It was out of place. So my ankle was out of place, and without even thinking, I naturally like kind of muscle it and force it back into place because it was like popped out of place. So without even thinking,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I start realizing, oh, I think this is serious, and the pain didn't hit yet. And then the pain slowly started to come, and I called my friend over and said, "We gotta go. Like, we gotta go." I think I knew I had to go to the hospital.
Oh,
So
man.
like before I like started wailing and like screaming and crying or whatever, I said, "Yeah, let's get out of here before I
Right.
start like screaming." So we go, and then we go. What did we do? I went to the gas station and stopped there just to check it out, and yeah, I realized it was bad. It was swollen up like a balloon. So then I went to the hospital, and that was it. They said that it wasn't fractured, but I got another X-ray later, and it ended up that they missed the fracture, and it was fractured. But right now, the bone is healed, but there was there was not cartilage. There's nerve damage so bad that I cannot bend the foot, and it loses circulation and turns
Yeah.
purple right now. If I'm up too much, but I can put a lot of pressure on it. So the
Yeah.
doctor said it should be about 9 months total. That's what he's guessing, but I think it's going to be less. So now
Yeah.
I'm sitting here and I'm almost on month 4
Yeah.
after the injury, and I'm almost able to walk with the boot on,
Right.
almost. So
Yeah, that sucks, man. I mean, just how quick things happen, and I mean, you're 1 minute you're having a good time skating, and then the next minute you're in the hospital, and you got a long road of to recovery. And but yeah, we'll throw up some pictures. These are the pictures of his ankle, what happened to him. So check those out. It's pretty gnarly. I've seen people get like compound fractures on their ankle. Like one guy, I was working on a moving crew in Texas, and it started sprinkling, and he went to go down the ramp, and to go get the runner to put the mat to put on the ramp to keep it from being slippery, and
Uh-oh.
and so as he was going to get that, he slipped and broke his ankle.
working with you.
No, it wasn't my company. I was working for another company in Texas, and dude, so the homeowners were like, "Hey, you're the guy that's working with you is yelling for you." And I went out there, and I'm like,
Oh man.
I was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And he was calm, but he's like, um, "Dude, I broke my ankle, man." And so it was a bummer. And he had the bone sticking out, and I was just freaking out, man.
Out of
I
the
was like,
skin?
"Oh yeah."
Whoa.
I mean, just from slipping, man, it's just crazy. And he had to have immediate emergency surgery.
Oh, okay.
It was crazy.
That sounds worse than mine.
Yeah, it was pretty bad though.
Yeah.
But he was older than you too, so he's a little bit more brittle. He was like in his 50s.
Okay.
But yeah, that's I'm I'm hoping you bounce back pretty
Yeah,
quick.
man.
I think you will.
I started my road to recovery, and now I was a waiter at the time. I was working full time as a waiter, but now I can't do that. So now I'm trying to find something. And plus, with this lockdown going on, that's enough of a challenge to get a job. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a job on one leg when there's no businesses open. So, but
Yeah.
I've had a lot of help and support, and I had to kind of find some ways to get by. I've been getting by okay so far, but
Yeah.
now I'm trying to move on and find a telesales job, something I can do with an injury.
Sure,
still.
right. Yeah, and by the way, since you mentioned that, yeah, he's just having a rough time, especially with this COVID-19 thing and then this injury. So if anybody feels led to give to Andrae, whatever it is, he has a link in PayPal, right, and Cash App.
Yeah, I have a PayPal and Cash App.
And I'll just leave the link so you guys can click on it. So yeah, man, that's good. I'm glad you're doing good, and
Yeah,
I'm glad there's stuff I didn't know about you that you brought to my attention.
I'm glad I didn't have to have $10,000 surgery or something. So
It could have very
Yeah.
easy.
yeah,
So, as most of you know, today is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. And so, for all those Star Wars fans out there, I grew up being a Star Wars fan. I liked Star Trek too, but I definitely like Star Wars more. Huge fan. Watched them, all of them, even up to the recent one. And it's changed. I mean, since Disney acquired Lucasfilms.
it has noticeably changed.
Right. So you were saying earlier that you thought that it changed for the worst?
My opinion is, I saw all the new ones. I saw the newest one when the last one that came out. It was called The Rise of Skywalker. I think out of the new ones, that is the worst one by far, because everything is completely predictable. Everything is cheesy. The battle between good and evil, it is not something that has you on the edge of your seat. I just feel like she was fighting that one guy. What's his name? The guy that took over for Darth Vader.
I can't believe
We
it's
forget his name.
embarrassing.
I forget his name, but he's the main bad guy. You guys know who we're talking about.
We're saying we're Star Wars
you can
fans.
look
We
up.
can't. I can't.
Not Qui-Gon. No, that's somebody.
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
That's
There we
it.
go.
Sorry, let's
So
forget
I
that
just feel
happened.
I feel like the rivalry between the girl and Kylo Ren. I just feel like it's nothing that's really heated, because they're fighting, and it's the whole time I'm just thinking well, he's not gonna kill her, he's not really gonna hurt her. I just I don't know. I just feel and him, he's not intimidating. He's I don't know. I mean, I think he's a decent actor, though. I just don't think. I don't know. I just don't think it's good for him to be playing a big, tough type of dude. But he was okay. And I think the main characters in the new Star Wars, just none of them are a gripping characters. Name one of the main characters that really gets your attention. I can't even barely remember their names. So, but I mean, I like the Force Awakens was better, and was that I forget it, but the one after the Force Awakens, the one where she goes down into that cave in that tunnel, and then they have that was my favorite one. I enjoyed that one. I'm forgetting the names of them. I'm a Star Wars fan, not a fanatic, but I've watched most of them and stuff. So I just think it was the very last one.
Last Jedi.
Yeah. The Rise of Skywalker. That one was. I was disappointed. The ones before, there was more cool stuff in them. It was more, but they had a lot of pressure, a lot of expectations. I figured you're not going to be able to have a good grand finale because there's too much pressure on these people. So, but some of it was enjoyable. Some of it was enjoyable. I can say that. So.
Well, I thought. I mean, I kind of liked Kylo Ren. I think they chose him because first of all, the Adam. Gosh, what is his name?
Adam.
Adam something. I'm totally blanking. Adam Driver. He has a deep voice. He has that really deep voice. I'm sure they enhanced it a little bit for the movie. But I thought it was pretty good. It was definitely way more Hollywood. When Disney took over, they had obviously a way bigger budget. But it's kind of sad how it all happened though with George Lucas and how he just kind of fell apart and he couldn't. I mean, I guess that's a matter of opinion, but a lot of people think he just kind of dropped the ball and the stuff he was. I mean, I would say according to the numbers and how it was tanking, people were not really watching it. It wasn't as popular. So, I mean, because it kind of got sloppy.
Okay. So a question, a couple questions. First, who's your favorite Star Wars character out of all the series?
I would have to say my favorite would be because I was when I was a kid, I followed it with everything I had. Man,
Oh,
I
yeah.
loved Star Wars.
Oh, you were like a Star Wars nerd. Like, did you?
Yeah,
Have
when I
did
was
you
a
have
kid.
shirt?
Yeah, I had a shirt. I had
Okay.
like Star Wars underwear. I had a Star Wars tint. I had. I mean, I collected Star Wars cards that you got from the book day or whatever on Fridays. But my favorite was I really loved Luke Skywalker, his character. Han Solo was pretty awesome. So, but yeah, and then there's everybody knows.
I was supposed to ask you. Name a character that is big and furry and can't talk.
And this guy right here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if Chewbacca was a real person, he'd be a great friend to hang out with.
So wait, you said your favorite character was?
I like Luke. I
Really?
Luke Skywalker. I liked him. I liked what he stood for. I mean, as it got further along, I really liked. It's funny because I like Jar Jar Binks. He was pretty cool, and that's when I guess the Star Wars movies were kind of flopping. And people, but I liked it, man. I liked Jar Jar Binks. I liked.
Oh, what was it when they had like that? Some of the movies that were not so.
Yeah,
good?
they were just weren't selling very well. They weren't.
Okay.
So George Lucas sold to Disney, and they bought Lucasfilms. But I mean, dude, the guy's like pretty much a billionaire. I mean, I'm sure he still gets royalties off of Star Wars.
Did
What do you think?
Oh yeah. He's got nothing to worry about. He's gonna be well off. But so what was that? What was that new? Did you watch that new Star Wars theory with what is it? That bounty hunter dude? What was his name again?
Oh, the Mandolin or is that
Mandalorian. You watched
Mandalorian?
it, right?
I never watched it.
Oh, you never watched it?
I never watched it because I don't have Disney Plus. But man,
Oh, are you going to?
everybody was talking about
Are you
it.
going to?
I think I will. I think I'll get Disney Plus.
It was. There were some good episodes.
I heard
There
it
were
was
some good
excellent,
ones.
man. I never heard one person say it was bad.
Well, I mean, everybody, of course, Baby Yoda. So.
Baby Yoda is what
Yeah.
won everybody over.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool, man. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought the new Star Wars. I live in a house with a Star Wars fanatic, so and he like knows everything about everything. He watched like all the Clone Wars and stuff.
Dude,
so.
all the Star Wars, the true Star Wars fanatics are ripping us apart right now. They're like,
I
"Wait,
know.
what?
Yeah.
What,
yeah.
man? I can't believe that, man."
Yeah, my roommate said that the last episode or the last movie was the best one. Or a good one. I thought it was terrible. So
Right.
He said it like somehow it
Well,
added up.
I gotta say this though. When it comes to like movies or basically anything, like a restaurant you go to, or I like to try things out myself. Like someone could say a movie sucks, and then I go and see it, and I'm like, I didn't think this sucked.
Yeah.
Or someone would be like, dude, this movie was amazing, and then I go and it was terrible. But that's because everybody's different and everybody likes different things, and so I don't think I liked it.
What? The
I
last
liked
episode
I
or
liked the
new ones?
last the last one,
Okay.
and I thought it was pretty good.
See, there you go. Just different opinion.
I thought it was pretty good, but I was disappointed when Kylo Ren killed Han Solo, his father. That hurt.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, Han
I
Solo
remember
got
that.
stabbed
I
him.
just was thinking what I felt about it. I thought it definitely added a punch. Like, of course, it
Well,
wasn't
yeah, it
good.
caught-
Nobody liked it, but they had to find a way
Right,
to add
right.
a punch to the new series.
No, it was
and that was
good.
a punch.
It was good. I mean, it was definitely something that got everyone worked up when
Yeah.
they saw it because it just caught everyone off guard.
Yeah.
So, but what I really liked about the characters, I loved that pull, that wrestle with good versus evil. The same thing that happened with Anakin, when before he became Darth Vader, is that pull of darkness. And I guess you could see that in the real world, how people are
Yeah.
drawn to the darkness. But so yeah, and then it just, and then of course, we know what happened with Anakin. He gave in to the darkness and became Darth Vader, one of the most powerful, uh, characters in the dark side. And then there's Kylo Ren, he was like, I don't know, he gave into it for the most part, but I think there was a little bit left in him, like a little speck in him of good. And I think. At the end,
Spoiler alert or no?
Oh, you know what? We probably shouldn't. Well, I probably shouldn't. Thank you for catching me.
You.
I mean, if you haven't seen the Star Wars by now,
you know what? Actually, I think this is like beyond spoiler alert. Like, if you haven't seen it,
right? So if you're watching this right now and you haven't seen it, just skip ahead.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, if you haven't seen it by now, like, are you? You must not.
Right,
really like
you're
Star
definitely
Wars.
not a Star Wars fan. So I probably should reiterate, like I'm a Star Wars fan, but I'm not a fanatic. Like I'm not. I was when I was younger, and then I think after Lucasfilms was sold off to Disney, and they started. I kind of fell off and wasn't really a huge fan. I wasn't really into Star Wars as much as I was when I was a kid, of course. But I mean, a lot of things change from when you're a kid. So. I used to run around with underwear on my head when I was a kid. I don't do that now.
Hasn't changed. Just kidding.
I mean, I could. My wife would probably be very concerned, but but maybe we should do that the next show.
Or she may be entertained.
She might like it. We could just be we could maybe that could be the podcast where we just wear underwear on our heads.
Nice.
You got underwear with like a skid mark on it.
Nice. That's funny.
No, so yeah, man, Star Wars. Do you think there'll be more?
Oh yeah. Oh, what is? I just heard. I just saw on Facebook somebody posted something about like Ewok Adventures or something. I guess there's always some kind of side movie, side quest happening.
Yeah.
But I guess now there's something called Ewok Adventures. I just heard about this today.
Ewok Adventures.
Somebody said that it was good. So, and the source was somewhat credible because they were in my feed. That's why.
Oh, credible sources. We gotta pay attention to those credible sources. So, yeah, man, I would be happy if they came out with another one. When I went to the movie theater to see this last one, I was pretty pumped with how it ended. I thought it was a good ending. I wish Kylo Ren didn't die, which I already told you. Spoiler alert. Yeah. Well, hopefully. You've seen it. I mean, maybe I like Kylo Ren. Maybe so maybe he's one of my favorite characters.
Oh, yeah?
I hate saying that because he represents the dark side, but I've been battling with it because it's like you can't like the bad guy. But there's a lot of people that love Darth Vader. Yeah, that's not Christian. Like I remember Darth Maul, he was pretty bad.
He was dope. Yeah, but he looked like a devil.
He definitely looked like a devil.
He looks like the devil.
Man, and whoever had to do his makeup, that was crazy. Oh, and let's not forget.
I hope he doesn't sweat, right?
Yeah. Who's the? Gosh, I can't believe this is unbelievable.
What, the guy that played him?
The Blobby.
Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt. Yeah, that guy was. He's creeped me out, man.
Did he? I remember watching him when I was young too. I think it was kind of like I didn't know what to think of him at that young age. Probably like 10 years old. There's a blob and it's talking. It's like, I don't know. Reminds me of the movie The Blob. You ever see that movie when you were a kid?
Yeah. Oh,
the
yeah.
Blob? I think I remember that being scary. I bet you that's where they got Jabba the Hutt, was from The Blob.
Jabba the Hutt reminded me of a babysitter I once had.
Hopefully you're not going to bring up any names.
Yeah. Well, no.
Well, Jessica.
That's funny. So, yeah, Cinco de Mayo is tomorrow.
Cinco de Mayo.
We had May the 4th, Star Wars, and then Cinco de Mayo, which is May 5th tomorrow. And Cinco de Mayo, I've always known it as a big celebration that it seems like Americans celebrate it more than. I mean, we go to Mexican restaurants and have our margaritas and eat the chips and salsa and have the fajitas and have a good old time. And the Mexican restaurants make a killing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, but I will give you a little history on Cinco de Mayo. History. I need a button that says history.
You just need an echo button to where you can like say something and then make it echo.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's possible.
Oh, I could totally do that.
Nice.
But yeah, so apparently there's I believe he was a general. I probably should just write this down more like in detail. But apparently his name is Ignacio, which is from, everybody knows, I don't even have to say it, Nacho Libre. Yeah, I freaking love Nacho Libre.
Oh, man.
Awesome. Hey, Chancho. Give me some sweets.
Oh man, there's so many good one-liners from that movie. Do you know any more quotables from Nacho Libre?
Get that corn out of my face. These eggs had no nutrients, Steven. Oh, dude, I could go on for hours quoting that movie. I loved it. I was hoping they would come out with a nacho too, but
this food is the best.
It's the best. Silence, brothers. Do you not realize that I've had diarrhea since Easter's? That cracked me up. But Cinco de Mayo is not about Nacho Libre, even though everybody loves Nacho Libre. I don't care who you are. You love it. Absolutely. Every one of you love Nacho Libre. Fantastic.
Billions of people, trillions of people love
Every
it.
one of you love it. I don't care. You love it.
Absolutely.
You don't know it
100%.
yet, but you love it. Okay?
I can't do a good Trump impression. I could do a better Obama impression.
Oh, that's awesome. You have to, do it real quick.
Obama. So let me be clear. You should not like Donald Trump. First of all, he's orange.
So awesome.
He is orange, and that's just not right. Second of all, he didn't even build the wall. Yeah, he said he was going to, so he's a liar. Third of all, I mean, he's just dumb.
That's funny.
That's it. This is Obama.
I inherited a mess from you, okay? That's funny, man. So getting back to Cinco de Mayo.
Oh yeah. So what is it now? What is the fifth?
Okay, so Ignacio, this general, the soldier, won this victory over the French, and that's why they celebrate Cinco de Mayo. It's a celebration of their victory over France, and
Noise.
yeah, so that's a huge thing. I don't know. It's kind of like St. Patrick's Day to the Irish. You know, like the Americans celebrate the heck out of St. Patrick's Day, but
Drinking, yeah.
do they, I mean, in Ireland, do they celebrate, you know, like how we do?
American stuff.
But I tell you what, I love Cinco de Mayo, and because of all this quarantine crap, the COVID-19, I'm hoping we could still go tomorrow because Missouri just opened up today.
Did it?
But they still have that whole social distancing. I think groups of 10.
Yeah, it's gonna be so weird.
So you can't do Cinco de Mayo with like groups of 10 and social distancing. You got to get, when you're doing this proper Cinco de Mayo, okay, you're getting close, like super close. And then you're putting your hands all over the chips. And so, I don't know. I'm really excited about it. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to go and get me some chips and salsa and
So you're thinking the restaurants
get some
open in this week, yeah?
margaritas.
There's some kind of, I saw something like a 10-10-10 rule, like 10 people to, I don't know what it was, but just some kind of like stipulations to like, made me think like it made it seem like, is the restaurant, like, are you going to have to get reservations because there's too many people? Like the gym memberships, like, is you
know
can't
what,
have
they
that many
might.
people. Do you have to, I was thinking the only way to really do that is everything's going to have to be reservation.
Yeah.
Because everything's got, people are going to be filling it up. So
It
it's like,
probably
how can you-
will. And if
there's only certain capacity, like
Right.
10%, something weird.
And if they don't do that, there's definitely gonna be a line, like a crazy line. So
yeah, so you're gonna have to reserve everything.
yeah.
That's, you know,
So
probably like
I don't know, which is a bummer because I really would love to go. Normally every year we go to this place called Dos de Oros.
just stay out. Did you
Have
have
you
their
been
ice cream?
Oh yeah, it's great.
Oh, yeah.
We go to the taqueria, and then they also
No, that's the one
own-
I go to is Taqueria.
Yeah.
think.
And then there's also the restaurant, the restaurante.
El restaurant.
Yeah, and they have really good food. So, but yeah, that's Cinco de Mayo. Hopefully, we'll all of us Americans, all of us Mexican Americans will be able to celebrate, and even the Mexicans, it's their
And
holiday.
congratulations once again.
Yeah, on
to
defeating the French.
The Mexicans on defeating the French. Sorry, French people. Sorry about that, but
You'll be
congrats.
okay.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
You'll be okay.
Nice.
We've been defeated too. You know, it's just everybody gets defeated. Just like you got defeated.
Yeah,
Literally.
coming back.
Oh man, so today is Teacher Appreciation Week. So everybody out there, we all have that one teacher that was instrumental in our lives and helped make us who we are today. And so you have,
We should talk about our favorite teacher experiences
and then our worst.
Yeah.
Okay,
So who?
you
how
go.
about-
You go first.
Okay.
What's your favorite teacher?
I would say, from what I can remember, I had a teacher when I was in elementary school. Her name was Miss Hamilton, and I just
Miss
remember.
Hamilton. What a teacher name.
I just remember that she was always just very nice and like very caring and sincere, and I really enjoyed always to be in class with that teacher. I don't know why, but I always remember this one story she told me. She said something about how she hates when people waste toothpaste, so she would like make sure that she twists out like every little bit so she doesn't waste it. I don't know, but
That's
why? But I
hilarious.
remember that story, and yeah, that was. I just remember
Miss
that
Hamilton.
teacher. Yeah.
Way to go, Miss Hamilton, saving toothpaste and saving the world.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Very grateful for that.
What
teacher.
class did she teach?
I cannot remember. I think, well,
Yeah.
it was. I think in elementary school it was like everything was taught within one. One teacher taught like, was it? I can't remember. But yeah, I can't remember that
Okay.
really. I'm not sure if it was like one teacher would teach every subject or something like that. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But yeah, but what about you? And your
Well,
favorite?
my favorite teacher was Mr. Wells. Mr. Wells. Hopefully he's watching this. He's a friend of mine on Facebook. Mr. Wells was my band teacher, and he was more than a teacher. I mean, he was like a friend to. There was a select few of us in that class that were pretty close to him. We'd hang out with him and whatnot, which it was technically, forbidden, but he's really cool. He cared a lot about his students, and so I'm just trying to think. Yeah, man. I mean, there was a time where I kind of went missing for a month. Like, so we had 2 months until we graduated, and that second month, I was like gone for a whole month, and no one could find me. I was just kind of that kind of kid where I just stayed at friends' houses and
Oh wow.
basically gave up on life, and
Troublemaker.
I was not doing good in my life. And so I remember coming back, and yeah, when he saw me after not knowing where I was, oh, he tore into me, man. He called me into the office, and veins were sticking out of his neck, dude. He was
What did you say?
pissed. Oh, I won't say everything, but I know that there was some curse words in there, and he had every right. He had every right to do that. So
Sounded like he cared.
no, yeah, and that's because he isn't a good man, and he cared more about my future than even I did, and so I think he saw that I was hurting, and it broke his heart to see me make a bad decision like that. And but other than that, man, he was awesome. He was hilarious. Like we would have to go around and play. Like he would test us on like different lines, like in the music, and I would play, and if I messed up or whatever, like he had this huge thing of keys, and he would toss them at us. Dude, we were trouble in that class, but yeah, he was one of my favorites. He impacted me the most, and yeah, so he was a good man, still is. He has an amazing family, and yeah.
Awesome.
What's
Cool,
your
man.
worst?
So
teacher
I will
experience?
say there's a
You
tie.
don't have to mention their name.
There's a
either.
tie between worst teacher and a worst teacher experience. Well, the second one was actually the principal. But I just remember being in elementary school and middle school called McKnight in the Renton area, which is right by Seattle. I just remember having this teacher, and he was a math teacher, and I was terrible at math. So yeah, he didn't like it. Like I think he could tell that I just like didn't apply myself and didn't try. So he'd like give me dirty looks and stuff. And I remember one time a funny story about that class is I had a couple of friends. I remember their names were Rashawn and Sean and me. And I remember there was this one project where you made a board game, and we came together and we came up with a board game called "Why For You Finna Eat Cheese." Like kind of joking
Wait,
around,
why for
joking around like with Ebonics, like why for this or like I'm finna
Oh,
go to the
okay,
store,
okay.
like Ebonics type of stuff. We named it "Why For You Finna Eat Cheese" because I just remember that was pretty funny. But that was probably the worst teacher. But now my worst experience in school, I was in the school and like by the bigger cities and stuff. So this was when I was actually my worst experience is when I almost got expelled. I probably should have gotten expelled, but I didn't. So I was actually in alternative school because I was like a sophomore and I was like missing classes and skipping classes. So I had like got behind. I had like a 1.0 GPA, 0.5 GPA. That was like a D GPA pretty much.
Yeah.
So then I got sent to the alternative school. And when I was in high school, I did kind of smoke a little bit of marijuana. I was a
Yeah.
big smoker in school, and so was my group. It's kind of what everybody did, especially in Renton. But so I remember one time after school, I was meeting this kid named Julio, actually, and he was a kind of a good guy, but I was looking to score some marijuana. So we went out to his car, like dumb kids that we were, and it was like the school. The school is here with the windows here, and here's our car. Like they could probably see us, and they were watching us. The principal was watching, and like his assistant. So we go in there, and I think I got like just a little bag of some weed.
Yeah.
So like he gave it to me, and then the principal came rushing out with like the assistant or
Oh,
whatever,
no.
and they came out and they came to his side of the door, my side. They're like, "Get out now!" And I think they might have had an officer, but I think they locked. He was like handcuffed or something, and I think he went to jail. He got in trouble, but he got expelled from that school. And
Dang.
he was I was the one getting it from him. So that happened to him, and what happened to me, it was pretty crazy. So they knew I was a part of it. So they were looking and searching everything of mine, and then they searched everything of mine, and they didn't find anything. And then the principal, I think he like grabs me by the back of the neck or something, like hold me like a little kid. But he took me to my locker, and he like forced his way into my locker. And just to be honest, I did have marijuana in the locker. So Mr. Larison, if you guys know now, I'm glad that I didn't get caught at the time. I think it was like 15 years ago. But he opened my backpack and was looking for the weed that I had, and I did have weed in there. But he looked through everything, and I put the weed in a crumpled up piece of paper. And he did not open that crumpled up piece of paper.
my
He searched through the whole
goodness.
backpack. If he would have opened up that crumpled, because I was really sloppy, so I just put it in a crumpled it up. If he would have opened that, I would have been expelled probably from the school district. But I was a troublemaker. I apologize for that. But I'm very grateful that he did not open that crumpled piece of paper because my parents would have killed me. So
Wow.
that's probably my crazy experience. He went through it and then he closed it and then he gave me a mad look like, I know you've got weed somewhere, but I can't find it type of look. And I was like, oh, what are you talking about? I'm just a good school kid. I don't know what
You
I was.
know they
I don't know
took
what
it.
I was doing in that car with that guy that was selling marijuana. I didn't know what was
They
going
took
on.
the weed and they went and smoked it. I'm telling you.
So
"Give me
that
that
was
weed."
my most craziest experience. Like,
Oh, man.
if I would have told somebody about it, I don't remember if I told anybody, but people would not have believed that. And I'm
Well-
grateful. I shouldn't have, but now I wish I didn't. Kind of didn't smoke.
Well,
'cause
now
it
they
kinda-
all know.
Yeah, now they know. Now you guys know.
This is gonna go viral, and then they're gonna know.
Mr.
They're like,
Lara, or was it
"Dang
Lara?
you, Andre."
So yeah, that's my craziest. So what about you? And your
Oh, dude,
craziest-
where do
craziest?
I begin? My crazy. Well, I'll just throw one out there so I don't take too much time because we're kind of our time is flying by. there was one time where I got written up. I was like a class clown, super immature.
Just like me.
Very immature. Like, instead of paying attention to my studies, I try to make people laugh, which is why I'm good at what I do, or I think I can do a podcast because I love to be funny and stupid. And so there was this time where I had his teacher, okay? And the teacher, her name was Miss Bader. Miss Bader. This genius right here, this guy, I thought it was a great idea in my maturity to say, hey, master.
Oh,
Bader.
I get it. Hey,
I thought that was hilarious.
Wow.
Well, dude, she didn't think that was funny.
Uh-oh.
And
Right
guess
up.
what? She
Suspension.
said, dude, she was like, McCormick, get out of here right now. I've heard that a million times. And so she had me go out in the hallway, and dude, her face was red. She was pissed. And she wrote me up, and I mean, can you imagine talking to the principal about like, and then your mom like saying,
Why'd you get in
I
trouble?
called the teacher Master Bader.
So all I did was put the word master before
Yeah.
her name, Mom.
And I used to do stuff like drawing wieners and stuff on the chalkboard and people's
Like
papers.
that guy from Superbad, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
The wiener drawer.
yeah.
You didn't have like a notebook
I was
full of
so-
wiener drawings, did you?
No, not that.
Okay, good.
I just love drawing it on people's. As a matter of fact, when I graduated, like senior skip day, me and my buddy Cody.
Oh, I forgot about
Me
that.
and Cody have amazing stories. Hopefully, he's watching these podcasts. But so at senior skip day, we went to all these lower classmen. We wrote on their cars, and we took the color markers that you write on the windows, like the paint, car paint, and we would draw giant wieners on their cars. Well, Cody's aunt, Miss Bethel, she was the vice principal, and she comes running out, and she's like, Cody, I know you guys know what you're doing, and I mean, dude, she said something about like not letting us walk, like possibly like for graduation, and she's like, get up, I'm tired, I'm gonna be getting phone calls from parents because I mean, dude, I had never seen her so angry, like it was scary.
I could just imagine that phone call. Hey,
Hey,
ma'am, did you know there's a wiener on your car?
Giant schlong on your car. And so we had to go.
What?
We had
a giant schlong.
so we had to go back and get it all off. But oh, dude, I have so many, and I got so much time, so many years to share all these stories with you guys. So I won't cram it all in.
Yeah.
But just to get this moving along, the last thing I wanted to cover about the different days is a very, very, very important one. Today's International Firefighters Day, which I have friends of mine that are firefighters, and one of them is my friend Cody. We have so many memories together, but he's a firefighter. He's a pilot. He's just accomplished so much stuff, dude. It's amazing. And but yeah, he's risking his life to save other people's lives, and being as young as he is, the stuff that he's had to see that most people don't. So we're very grateful. Thank you
for
thank
your
you,
service.
Cody. Thank you, Quinn, another friend of mine, and all the people out there that risk their lives as first responders, as firefighters, EMTs, paramedics. We
Especially
thank
in
you.
places like California.
California,
where it's
like it's amazing. These guys don't get enough credit. Police officers, which we just lost one in Overland Park. He was killed, shot in the line of duty. He actually was off duty and he got shot.
Oh, wow.
So it's just tragic. But yeah, National Firefighter Day. Thank you guys. Thank you to all the firefighters out there and what you do for us every day. And yeah.
Thank you from the This Could Make Us Famous podcast.
Yes, there you go. There you go. And we're going to go ahead, since we're at that mark, we're going to
Uh-oh.
I have, okay, this is awesome, guys. I'm calling this, okay, I kind of threw this together. I was like, what would be a fun game?
It's not a turd sandwich or turd soup, is it?
No, I promise not.
It's not turd soup. Okay, good.
Or maybe it
That's a
is.
plus.
So
Maybe it is turd soup.
this is called, I'm calling this food roulette. Okay?
Oh man.
So since you're the guest,
Yikes.
you have to pick one of the two. And whatever one you don't pick, like the one you pick, you have to eat, and then I got to eat the other one. So
which one's more disgusting?
I ain't telling you. Because that's the whole beauty of it.
Eeny, meeny, miny. This one is less disgusting. Oh, wait.
Are you sure?
All right, I'm taking this one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you 100% sure?
I don't know. I think this is more disgusting. Whatever. I see when I eat disgusting things, my trick is I don't think.
I think
so.
you're gonna,
I'm not thinking. What is it?
I think you're gonna regret it.
I'm just not thinking. Should we switch?
I think you're gonna regret it.
So switch.
It's up to you. You got a choice.
Are you gonna let me? All right, we're gonna.
What's your final decision?
We're gonna switch.
Okay. All right. So he's chosen that. I got this. All right. So this is called food roulette, and we're gonna go ahead and see what it is. And you have to eat all of it. Okay.
We ready?
So you go ahead and open yours.
Oh man.
Those are hot peppers. Okay. Those. Okay. Let's show everybody.
Oh man, I like hot peppers.
Okay, so those suckers right there, you think they're pepperoncinis? My wife bought a jar of them, and
Let's see what you got.
I took a bite of it, dude, and I got the hiccups like crazy. I mean, they're spicy.
Let's see what you got.
And this is what I got.
Oh! You tricked me. You tricked me, huh? Okay.
But to be a good sport, I'm definitely going to take some of those
split it.
peppers.
We'll
yeah,
split
we'll
it. How
split
about
it down
that?
the middle. That's how you
Okay.
do it.
Okay,
So
wanna do it
you
at the same time?
You get a pepper, and then an olive, which it's a habanero olive from the
Do you
last
put them together,
podcast.
or does it matter?
It don't matter. And then you probably...
Can we split that too then?
Yeah, we can split that.
No way.
Yeah, we can split that. So,
This could make us famous.
so there, I'll put this right
All
here.
right, let me know when you're ready. I just
if-
don't think when I do this type of stuff.
Okay, so this is the chili.
I'm not good with spicy stuff, just so you guys know. Like, I'm gonna be like feeling like a dragon.
This
you know,
may not
or
be too
fireball.
bad for you. If you have to spit it out, you can spit in your little thingamajigger.
Okay.
So, but yeah, this is
Are
the
you just gonna
chili,
swallow it or
pepper.
chew it?
Yeah, it's not that bad, but it's not very pleasant, and it's shockingly spicy. So, and then this one, this is the habanero olive. So, I already did that challenge, but I'm like, you know what? I still have a jar of them, and you know, we got to do something fun. So,
You got any buttons over there we haven't used yet?
well, we got this one, and we got. How about we do this?
I'm broke as shit.
How about
Nice.
that one? I got to get some more epic ones.
Welcome to the This Could Make Us Famous.
Yeah, this is
podcast.
the. So let's go ahead and do this.
All right, same time.
Yeah, let's
3,
do it. 2, 1.
go.
Oh,
Gotta swallow it.
oh, whoo! That doesn't. It,
All right, let's do the other one.
it doesn't make sense how spicy that is.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Can we split that just to kind of
Yeah.
in between? Here,
Yeah.
let's split it.
Go
Can I
ahead.
get the fat half?
That's fine. Oh,
You got the hiccups already? Oh my goodness.
dude, I'm telling you, man. Those things. Oh man. Oh. Okay, you're going to town on it. Wow. Okay, so now.
The other one can't be as spicy.
Okay, let's. Okay,
I'm so glad
here,
I have this drink.
here's the.
And you don't got nothing to drink?
I got a little bit. I don't see, guys. I'm telling you, that doesn't. It shouldn't be that hot. Oh, Okay, so let's go ahead and do this, baby, right here. Habanero olive. Here we go.
Oh, do you have more to drink up here?
We'll get some after. Let's get through this real fast so we can. All right, ready? Habanero olive for the fans.
Oh.
Oh.
That tastes gross.
That's.
Ah. You gonna eat that?
Oh boy, go ahead. He's dying over here. Oh boy, I'll tell you what. That habanero olive doesn't seem as bad as that first pepper.
No. It tastes. I don't like it though.
But the taste is disgusting. So, anyways, all right, guys, we're right at the hour mark, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Andre's dying. I'm not comfortable right now. That yellow pepper is no joke, man. I gotta figure out what the heck that was. Maybe my wife is pranking me. I don't know. But anyways, I'd like to thank you for listening to this Can Make Us podcast.
Let me finish it with a trick.
Okay, go ahead.
Got a trick to show you guys.
Show us. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Check this out. Nice. See that, folks? What do you call that? The ring of smoke?
The ring of
It's awesome. Well, you were listening to This Can Make Us Famous podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I told you that the next episode wouldn't be as spicy. Well, the next one won't be as spicy, I promise.